I beat the S1N, so thought I'd make a video. The spawns are the standard tournament spawns, and the Antiquarian and the Seer are a duo, and they're like, I think they're like top 10 survivors on the server. I don't know, I think they're really high tier. The Mind's Eye is just a random pick tier. Let's see the build. Let's see the builds. So she's going Tramp, Detention, Double Berserker, and Triple Pallet Break. Okay, I don't really know much about that, so I'm not gonna question the build, but it looks good. Triple Pallet Break is probably for like if you cut someone and they drop a pallet, then you can break the pallet and still get the hit, so it's probably good. And Double Berserker, of course, is very good for camping. So the build looks good. We blink, I think, yeah. Okay, my first officer build, I'm first officer. I want to show that I removed Brewing Effect. I used to go Brewing Effect, but I put 2 points in Shelter now. I maybe could even put 2 points in Healing instead, but like, so I've done the math, right? And Brewing Effect, I can't click it anymore, but Brewing Effect on first officer, let's do the math, right? So first officer is minus 20% decoding. Each time he uses a pocket watch, it's plus 7%. So by the time accelerated decoding comes, which is when Brewing Effect takes effect, he's at least plus 7%, but sometimes even plus 14 because you use both pocket watches. So let's say he's plus 14. Then with Survivor's Instinct, if there's like one person who's dead by the time accelerated starts, that's another 6%. So he's basically plus 14, plus 6, that's plus 20. So it's basically a normal decoder. And if you're a normal decoder with Brewing Effect, getting 10 full seconds of 12% decoding buff from Brewing Effect is less than 1 second saved on a cipher. So like, it's such a small difference that I'd rather have double Shelter or double Healing. So that's why I changed it. So yeah, it's basically on first officer, it basically saves maybe 1 second, but sometimes even less than 1 second. So like for 10 seconds of decoding with full 12% boost of Brewing Effect. So like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of worthless. I'm not gonna do that. And they're buffing Brewing Effect. I mean, NetEase realizes that it's really bad. They're buffing it soon. So yeah, when it's buffed, maybe it's playable, but no, it's really, Brewing Effect is really bad. Even on rescuers, like Brewing Effect has the most value when you have slow decoding. So like on Mechanic, it could be really good because by the time accelerated decoding starts, she's probably minus 60% from her debuff on the survivors, on the teammates being like getting damaged and getting debuff decoding from it. So it could be really good on Mechanic, but almost survivors, even on rescue, if even on a rescuer, it only saves 1 second and sometimes not even 1 second. Like on other survivors, it saves even less. Like it's really bad. The faster you're decoding, the less value Brewing Effect has. So yeah, if I see people running Brewing Effect on stuff like Barmaid, on stuff like, you already have 100% decoding. Like you don't need to run Brewing Effect on fucking Barmaid or on a fucking decoder like on I don't know, Prisoner or some shit. It's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna do anything. It's gonna save like half a second if you spend 10 seconds, full 10 seconds not decoding, and then full 10 seconds decoding to get the full 12%. Anyway, enough ranting about Brewing Effect. It's really bad, but it's getting buffed soon. So the match. I'm running to my cipher, but I see her come to me, so I start. I go to the pallet and start kiting. Yeah, she's chasing me. I use my pocket watch because I don't want to take a hit. And then she goes away, and I ping beware, but also I keep my watch alive. So I use my second tuning, so my watch is still alive in case she comes back to me, which she does. I have my third tuning to use on her, but I miss it. Unfortunately, I miss it, but the idea was there. So I kept my pocket watch alive to use my third tuning in case she came back to me, which she did, but I missed my tuning. Shit happens. So now I'm kiting, took a hit. When the mind game pallet. And then she just cuts me and I'm dead. So So I still have a pocket watch. I'm a first officer, so I have 75 seconds on chair. I don't have snooze, so it's 75 seconds. So it's still the cipher. I mean, the ciphers are pretty good ciphers. Like they're not bad. I have 75 seconds on chair, and I have a lot of rebound with a pocket watch. So this is good. It's not bad. I mean, it's at least a tie right now. So anyway, I'm telling Seer to come rescue. So Seer comes to rescue, but then Antiquarian also comes to rescue. So I get toxic this match because I'm pinging Antiquarian to decode because Seer is doing the rescue, but Antiquarian comes as well, and I don't need Antiquarian to rebound. I have a pocket watch. She tries to help me to rebound, but she should just be decoding. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I have a pocket watch. I can rebound on my own. Like, look at this shit. I waste my pocket watch and she's using her stick. Like, what are you doing here? I don't need you. I have a fucking pocket watch. I'm a first officer. I can rebound on my own. You don't need to harass for me. So anyway, she gets the Seer owl out. I mean, the Seer uses a nice owl there to avoid the hit. And then she straight up changes targets. And I'm without items, so I go into basement to grab an item here. And now she just changes targets. The Antiquarian and Seer are duo kiting. I'm not sure how that hit misses, but okay. That's crazy. That would have been a different game if that hit didn't miss. And then he gets another owl, and yeah. Honestly, that missed hit, hit the air for no reason. Like, I don't know, ping diff or something. But yeah, that changes the game completely. Now Seer got another owl and keeps kiting. Antiquarian finally goes back to decoding. I start the last cipher, and then he gets blinked. So yeah, the ciphers that's the cipher situation. Oh yeah, here I'm going to, I want to go rescue here because I got a syringe, so I can heal myself and go rescue. So, but Antiquarian goes to rescue instead. So I also start pinging stay hidden for that because I wanted to go rescue, but anyway. So Antiquarian goes to rescue. I go back to my cipher to decode. We're at one cipher left, so she just gets aggressive because she can't really camping with one cipher left. She needs to stop the pop. But I mean, the cipher is only at 17%. I guess she doesn't know that, but if she knew that, she might have started actually camped because the cipher is not nearly prime, so there's no need for that. So she hits me with the cats. I use my syringe to heal. And she's really good with the double stuns on her cats, by the way. She's good at that. Like mid-chase, she uses the cross to double stun after I hit. That was good. So anyway, I go to this pallet, but I get catted again, and then I die. One moment. I'm gonna use my cats. Anyway, Antiquarian is here to harass because we are on the last cipher, so now she can actually harass without wasting decode time. So she's harassing, she does good harass. Baits her to drop. I'm crawling next to the wall. Like, notice how I'm not self-healing. I'm actually helping Antiquarian harass better by crawling next to a wall and crawling closer to her. Oh yeah, and then the Mind's Eye does a terrible pop here, so we ping her to stay hidden. An AU pick tier moment anyway. Oh yeah, I wanted to say, no, wait, this is important. So, okay, so this is important. I want to quiz you about this. I'm the first officer, right? I just got downed with the tension, and the Anne started chasing Antiquarian. What do you think I should do as the first officer? Pause the video if you want to think about it. So what I should do is, I should start crawling and hide. I should crawl away and try to hide from the Anne. One, because we know she has trump card. She used trump card, I think, right? Or maybe not yet, but... Well, we know she doesn't have insolence at least, because we didn't hear insolence, so... That means that maybe she doesn't have Deer Hunt, so it makes it harder to find down survivors. But even regardless of it, even if she had Deer Hunt, I need to crawl away and hide, because if I just start self-healing, at this point, it's pointless. The Anne is gonna come back to me and pick me up before my self-heal is fully done, so that's just a waste of time. It doesn't help with anything. So instead of self-heal, if you said self-heal, you're wrong, and you need better game sense. So anyway, instead of self-healing, what I do, I'm crawling away and I'm hiding. I'm crawling away and I'm hiding. And what the Anne does, she gets the Antiquarian down. She's trying to get a tie, right? So she gets the Antiquarian down. She gets her down, swaps to Peepers, drops Peepers, so it takes her longer to get up, and then comes back to me to pick me up, right? If I was self-healing, I would be right there on the stairs. She would pick me up. I would be on chair, and I would be dead. And then she could go back to the Antiquarian and get her tie. But instead, because I'm crawling away and hiding, I'm buying. She doesn't know where I am. She doesn't have Deer Hunt and doesn't know where I am. So she's losing a lot of time. And during all this time, Antiquarian can still feel and get to the gate. So like, look how much time I'm wasting her by crawling away and hiding. She can't find this. This basically won us the game. It would have been a tie otherwise. So yeah, these little things like this are very important. So yeah, basically by crawling and hiding, I bought enough time for Antiquarian to get up and get to the gate. So now it's a 3 escape. She has peepers. She doesn't have teleport. So yeah, and that's how we win. But yeah, I was really toxic to this Antiquarian because number 1, she came to harass when there was no need to, and then number 2, she went to rescue when I wanted to go to rescue with my Tide Turner because I had a syringe I could self-heal and go rescue, but yeah, whatever, we still won. GG, bye.